Okay, now this video is this is even easier than the last thing, okay? Because on the last packet, some of the problems were you were subtracting, some of them you were adding the powers. Today it's going to be the same thing. Now in this first problem, I'm going to show you how it works. I have a base x to the second power raised to the third power. That's how that's read. X to the second power raised to the third power. It's called a power to a power. Okay, there's two powers there, two exponents. Okay, here's how this works. X to the second, okay, x, look at this 3 out here. Replicate the x to the second, clone it 3 times. Okay, now each x to the second means you're cloning it twice. So x times x, times x times x, times x times x. Again, we're not doing this on every problem. This is just to get the concept. How many x's are cloned here? 6. So x to the 6. What can you do with 2 and 3 to get 6? Well, you don't add them. 2 and 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. You obviously don't minus them. You'd multiply them. Okay? And that's how power to power works. All you do, I'm going to do this on the next one, take the outside power and just distribute it with a little mini rainbow to the power that's in there, okay? So I got my base x, and then 6 times 3 is 18. Again, we have our power of 3. It means we need to distribute that power to every power in there, just one of them. So I got x. You got to put x down. You can't just say 5 times 3 is 15 and say the answer is 15. It's x to the power of 15. Okay, base x to the second power raised to the 7th power. So I've got x, and then I distribute the 7 to the 2, and that's 14. Distribute, that means multiply. Okay, x to the power of 8. Raised to the power of 3. So again, I take that outside power and distribute it to every power that's in there. So I have x, and 8 times 3 is 24. Okay, x to the 5th power raised to the 6th power. So again, I have my base of x. Got to get that in there. And then we got the 6th power outside, so I distribute it to the power that's already there. So 6 times 5 is 30. X is to the 30th power. Okay, we got x here. I've got 2 times 3. Okay, again, distribute the 2 to the third power, the second power to the third power, and 2 times 3 is 6. And then this 2 here, distribute it to the 5. That means multiply. It's like a rainbow. 5 times 2 is 10, x to the 10th. Okay, and that's what I was, oh, I guess there's one on the back. Okay, so got a third power. Again, I have x as my base, base x to the third power raised to the 4th power. So I distribute the outside power to everything there. That's 12. Now, again, you don't have to do this next thing I'm going to do. But again, to verify that's right, I would clone the x to the 3rd 4 times. And then I would clone each x to the 3rd 3 times. That's what that means, with multiplication as my operator. That's what an exponent is, it means multiplication. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, x to the 12. Again, much easier to know that rule to multiply.